back down at the tractor. It's right at noon right now. Seat's full. We've got about 400 gallon of fertilizer. The main transport load, basically all the fertilizer is not coming until this afternoon because I forgot to call about fertilizer until Saturday afternoon, and the plant that it comes from was closed on Saturday. So luckily our Justin works with this fertilizer, they keep a little bit there at their place, so we were able to go get 400 gallon, and that was enough that with the 4,500 gallon transport load we should be able to have all of our fertilizer now. So this will get me started decent until that stuff can show up, get a good start on this field. I'll probably be doing good to get this quarter done this afternoon, but first thing we need to do is I've got a measuring cup. I need to go through, make sure the rate controller is set right. It's going to be 5 1/4 gallon an acre, so nothing too much. We need to check that flow cal number is what we'll end up changing, so I'll just have to run it, see how many ounces we get out of one row in a minute. The calculation I needed for 5 mile an hour at 5 1/4 gallons an acre with 10-inch row spacing shows I need 5.6 ounces out of one row in a minute. So here in a little bit I'll get it primed, get fertilizer running through everything, check it, make sure it's going to work right, get it kind of dialed in, and then go from there and start drilling. It's good to see from earlier when we were digging in the ground, it's good to see just how much moisture there is, because I don't know if you can, right in there is where we tested it and checked the moisture, and there's kind of a hill just all right in here, and this is pretty sandy ground. This is why I want to do this field first. So considering we're only like maybe a little over an inch in the ground there, and we still had basically an inch of moisture, that's a good sign. Ever since I've been farming, I think 22 was my first year. Ever since I've been farming, we haven't ever had this much moisture in the fall to drill wheat, and I know there's been a lot, most years we don't. There's a few we have, because you get a nice rain or two, not like a week before you start drilling, but we have so much moisture, it is fantastic. We should at least hopefully be able to get a nice stand on our wheat. So let's go get the fertilizer calibrated and we'll be good to go. This first little bit will be interesting to see. We kind of ran a calibration on the drills to make sure it's putting out. It came out to 58 pounds. We want 60. I'd rather it be a little light since this is a little bit sandier ground, but these drills hold roughly 90 bushel. They're 45 foot and they hold 2 bushel per foot is what the box says. So theoretically, you can't drill every single kernel out without problems and a bunch of empty rows. I think we should be able to easily drill 80 or 85 acres if it's right at the 60 pounds that we want. So this first pass will kind of be seeing how close they are, and if we can get them close, I have a way to measure and I'll write it down for next year. I think we had them somewhat close last year, but I forgot to write it down, so we'll have to see again. But if we get pretty close to that 80 or 85 pounds, I might just leave it and go from there. I think I've got like 40-ish acres done. I'm on top of a decent hill, and like I said, this field is very sandy. That's why I wanted to drill it first. But I want to look, see, even right there, ton of moisture. So there's a few seeds right there. Look at maybe 2 inches deep right here, and there's just moisture the whole way. That is fantastic. Like I said, we're on top of a pretty sandy hill right here. This is by far the best moisture I think I've ever I know for sure that I've ever drilled my own crops into, but even with Dad's, this is one of the better years. So, and I would be interested to know how far down that moisture goes. I have a feeling it'd be a ways. So, fantastic. Okay, I'm like at 70.6 acres or something. So I'm gonna get in the pickup, see if the fertilizer's here. Hopefully it is. But fertilizer, I think we're pretty close. There's not a whole lot left in there. The way we did it, picking it up, like it was metered right at, it was like 404 is what the total was. And that is the beautiful thing about the way our fertilizer is set up, is our pump is below the tanks. So that's the pump right there, and the inlet is a good inch or two below the tanks. It's like this one, you can actually almost see, it's actually, this tank's actually empty. So I figure between what's still left in this hose is probably 3-4 gallons at least. Probably a few gallons left in there. Spilled a little here and there. Then I had to test. I figured even at 380 gallons used in 70 acres is like 5.4 or something. We're shooting for 5.25, so pretty good. Seed's a little heavy. There's still a decent amount left in there, but for 70 acres there isn't quite as much. I figure where these hold 90, I should have been able to do at least 80 or 85 pretty comfortably. I'd have to move seed around to do much more. So I think we're still within, like, we're probably sitting at like 65 to 67 and a half pounds roughly. So not horrible. I'll slow them down a little bit, but not bad. So let's go see if we got fertilizer. Acres in. We're almost done. I just started on my 2 rounds around the outside of the field. I'll be done with this field. Maybe be done just a little bit after 10. Not too bad. Like I said, I didn't get started till almost 1 o'clock, and then we had to wait a little while for fertilizer because I completely spaced getting fertilizer ordered in time. So they had to do all the like last minute Friday orders. They had to haul those out first and then ours. No big deal. Still gonna be basically getting this one done to move over to my next quarter. Just 2 miles over. First thing in the morning, get started. Get that done decent time in the day, hopefully. And then hopefully get down and move to my 3rd field. It'd be nice if I get that done, but I'm guessing at some point I'm gonna have to take the truck back up to the house to get the rest of the seed wheat. So that might eat some time away from being able to get done. We'll have to see. But going good. I did slow the drills down just a touch, so we'll see. I think when we top the drills off to be able to finish this field without loading in the dark, I had 92 acres done, so I'll have to count, see what that's like, then see how far I can get on the next field. I want to be able to drill like 15 or 20 acres before I have to fill, so that way I can just fill 2 full times. Because right now with these drills, they hold 90 bushel. We're doing a bushel an acre. If you could actually drill 90, it would work perfect. It'd be perfect to do a full 160 acre quarter. But even if you have it set right and you have it right at 60 pounds like we want it, you can really only do 80, maybe 85 with moving it around. And so it's like so perfect that you have to put just a little bit in. So I want to be able to do a little bit before I fill the first 2 times. That way I only need to stop twice, because the fertilizer, I'll be able to hold all the fertilizer, so it's simply seed that I'll have to refill on. So we'll see where we get, but not that you can really tell thanks to the lights. I don't know if not a whole lot better, but corn's not looking too bad in a few spots. That harvest will be coming soon, but for now, we're gonna get these outside rounds done. I'm gonna go home and we'll start all over again tomorrow. All right, we are a little over 125 acres into my second quarter. We're getting pretty close to being done. However, we're getting pretty dark. It looks really close. Radar shows it's still a little ways away. I'm hoping to get this field done. I still got the seed truck here. Still got a little bit of seed on it. I'm hoping I can get this done and get that back to the house in time to get it put in the shed, because we'll have seed. However, there's not as much seed on it as there's supposed to be. I turned these drills down a bunch, and there should be enough to do 110 acres after this field. There's not enough to do 110 acres after this field. So I don't know how heavy it was planting the first time, but I turned it down a decent amount. Should be good. Did 75 acres, kind of turned down a little more. Did 75 acres again, turn it down some more. Except this time I really turned it down. They're talking a wet winter, and I might be needing it now. We calibrated these drills, and it came to 58 pounds. I expected it to maybe be a little high, but it was quite high. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what we're doing. We do it basically by the book. I don't know, but I'm hoping maybe I've got a little closer now. We'll have to see. Because in order to finish this field from when I filled was going to be like 88 acres or something. So it'll be interesting to see where we get. I really hope we're not still. I've turned it down a bunch. I don't know what the deal is. So I'm going to need to probably going to have to run the hacks and get a little bit more seed wheat, but oh well. We've got tons of moisture here. This feels, I mean, this is heavier soil. We're out of the sand. That first quarter was the sandiest field we have. The rest of it's some somewhat nice soil for our area. But it's, I mean, you can tell it's pretty dark. Where I've drilled, there's a good bit of moisture, so that's a good change. We haven't had this too often. It's nice, and it looks like we could have more. We've had a very unusually wet August, and hopefully we see that in the corn and milo as well. It'll be interesting to see, but we're doing good. So hopefully we can get these last, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5 more passes after this one, then 2 rounds around the outside. Hopefully we can get those done here in the next maybe hour, and hopefully that'll be enough time for me to get the truck home. Well, there's not much seed on it, I can go a little faster, but that is a 1974, I think a 350 Chevy. I need to ask Dad. I can't remember. I never can remember. But she's no speed demon. I guess we'll see how things go. All right, today is now the 19th of September. Gotten a little bit of wheat drilled. My wheat is done. we're trying to get started on dads. I was hoping to have a lot more done of dads, but currently waiting because as we finished up my field yesterday and was working on trying to get moved a few miles down the road to Dad's first field, we had a tire giving us issues, and it's not holding air. It's leaking out around the valve stem, and we tried to call a few people. The best we got was this morning. So only got like 20 acres drilled yesterday. Is literally the outside 2 rounds around my last field. Haven't heard anything from them yet. They said first thing this morning. I don't know when that'll be. Drills got weed in them. Got fertilizer ready to go. Probably gonna grease it just a little bit while I wait. We're not doing too bad. Definitely hasn't been great. Haven't been the most efficient. I'm hoping it'd be nice if I could still get done in the next few days, but it's really gonna depend on when we get this tire fixed. If we can get it fixed here in the next little bit, I can still get quite a bit done today. But we still have roughly 470 acres. There's 50 here, 100 at the next field, and 207 acre strips and 256 acre strips. I was hoping to be done by the 20th because some of the corn is getting pretty close. I feel like it's not far off, and I still got a decent amount to do the combine. We got Sunday evening, we're gonna take a trailer into our local welding fabrication shop in Siebert because one of the air tanks on the back axles is leaking really bad, and we're gonna be needing that soon. So yeah, I'm hoping we can get this done soon. If I can get 2 good days, I can probably get it done. It's probably gonna end up being 3, but it's all gonna depend on how quickly we get this fixed. Like I said, it was yesterday right at noon when we were trying to call people, and that was the earliest we were getting. It's gotten to where a few of the places really don't have mobile service trucks anymore. I don't know if they're just not wanting to pay people extra to do that, or what the deal is, but a couple of more local places that we normally use, well, a couple of closer places that we used to use don't have service trucks anymore to come out and do this stuff. And the place that's coming out said they were going to be out on stuff the rest of yesterday, so hopefully they get here soon. But like that, gonna work on greasing it for now, and hopefully we can start drilling soon. That's not ideal. That don't look right. Looks like either a pin broke or we're about to lose one. I need to... Huh. That is interesting. Let's go take a look at it. So it appears that whatever holds that pin in place fell out, and that pin slowly worked itself out, and this arm fell out. So that's interesting. Also, for whatever reason, that cylinder's leaking now. I don't know why. But yeah, glad I caught that. Let's see if we can get it fixed. I get to work the pickup because I need some penetrating oil and a hammer. I'm gonna take this, see if I can find something that goes in there. Luckily I'm not horribly far away. Not close, but not horribly far away. Hopefully it won't take too long. All right, this done, we'll be able to move just 4 miles or 5 miles north to his next 100 acres. And I'm gonna try and do it to where I think I'll have enough seed in the drills. We'll just have to load the fertilizer, and then I'm gonna do like 20 or 30 acres, then maybe try and refill the drills, because it's 100 acres. So I think I've got these, finally got these somewhat close to 60 pounds an acre. They only hold 90 bushels, so that means I can only do 90 acres on one fill. So I might do 10, 15 acres, fill them up, then should be good to fill them clear full. Then I can go into the night, get it done. We'll be down to the last 4 fields. Then that way, maybe if I get an early start, I can do the 2 56 acre strips, get them knocked out real quick, hopefully get the 100 acre strip done. And if I could do it right and get loaded and run a really long day, maybe I could finish. I'm not counting on it. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do a little bit Sunday morning. We'll just have to see. But we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. Alrighty. We're on that second field. I've got 3 acres done. Like I said, I'm gonna drill out like 10, 15 acres. That should then leave me enough. When I sprayed it, my sprayer showed 100 acres, like 101 maybe. So hopefully it should lead me to where if I do 10 to 15 acres, I should have enough to finish the field. I'm hoping to finish this tonight, maybe move the tractor and the fertilizer tank to the next couple of fields, so then I can get an early start on those, get them done, then hopefully move to the next 100 acre field, and then the last 207 and 110 acre fields will be in the same section right there, so I could probably always get things moved around. I'm gonna have to see and talk to my brother, see if he can come help, to where once I load in the morning, if he could come and move the truck back to the house to put the rest of the dad's seed weed on. I think it should all fit, because then that really help. If I didn't have to go get seed weed myself, that would really help me out. So we'll have to see. Hopefully it can help. If not a huge deal. I don't know if I'd be able to get all of it done tomorrow anyways. We'll just have to see. If I could push late and get it done, that'd be great. We'll just have to see. Because it'd be nice here in the next few days to get these tanks off, so that we can get ready, get the grain cart on this, and get ready for fall harvest, because it's approaching soon. And things are looking good. You know, I think we're gonna have a pretty good crop. Not the best crop in the world. We never get that out here. Just simply because of how we've got a lot of rain. We got a lot of August rain. That was a big part of it. Normally our August gets kind of dry, and that's kind of hard to grow fall crops on. But we got some August rain, and we're looking good. That's not ideal. Slip clutch went out. So I guess we'll be done for the day. And that'll probably be it for this video. I've got 2 more fields left. This one's like 110. Over next trip over is 107-ish. And we'll be done with drilling. But I can't get parts for a while. So that's gonna be it. This is frustrating. This is one of the first clutches I put on when I got this drill 2 years ago. So it doesn't have that many acres. So that means those 2 might not have a whole lot of time left on them either. I don't know why this didn't hold up very long. But it's frustrating. We'll get parts for it eventually and work on it. So that'll be all. Thanks for watching this video. Tune in to the next video for hopefully finishing up sometime started next week. But for now, this is McCaffrey Farms here on the Eastern Plains of Colorado. We'll see you next time. If you like the videos, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll see you later.